Good morning, students. Once again, in our last class, I was telling you about compound nouns. Earlier, I told you about the proper noun, common noun, countable nouns, concrete noun, and abstract nouns. Now, I am going to tell you about material nouns, nouns in possessive case, the words that are used like nouns, the gerunds, etc. So let's start. Material nouns. Material nouns refer to materials or substances from which from which things are made. Let us take the word cotton. Cotton is an adjective when used in cotton dress. However, cotton is a material noun when used to describe the crop. For example, we use cotton from a local farm in our t-shirts. Possessive nouns. Possessive nouns demonstrate ownership or something else. The best way to spot them is to look for an apostrophe. Here are some examples. Vidisha's imagination ran wild as she daydreamed about her trip to Italy. In this sentence, Vidisha's is a noun in possessive case. You can you can identify this possessive form through the use of apostrophe s, which is the marker of apostrophe and then s. This apostrophe and s makes the noun in possessive case. It exhibits shows the relationship between two nouns, of which one noun is in the possession of the another. So, imagination, the noun imagination, is possessed by Vidisha. If you simplify this or extend this noun phrase, you may say the imagination of Vidisha. Vidisha's imagination. Next example. Ireland's landscape is truly breathtaking. If you extend this, the sentence becomes the landscape of Ireland is truly breathtaking. So there is some relation between Ireland and landscape, which is marked by the use of apostrophe s. The puppy's favorite toy is the squeaky newspaper. These nouns are demonstrating ownership, but they are also still persons, places, or things. Now, let us move to some words which act like nouns. So, friends, what can be those words which act like noun? As you have been studying since your primary classes, the pronouns are the words which are used instead of noun. Here I am to repeat it again, that the pronouns are the words that act like nouns, of which Personal pronouns take the place of nouns when referring to people, places, or things, and therefore play the part of a noun in a sentence. They include I, you, he, she, it, and they. You may tell that these personal pronouns are of three persons: first person, second person, and third person. I is the first person, you is the second person pronoun, and he, she, it are the third person pronoun. The plural of I is we. The plural of you is you. And the plural of he, she, it is they. Look at some examples. Amy works at a flower shop. She enjoys her job. You have a sentence followed by another sentence. In the first sentence, the subject word is Amy, which is a proper noun. In the second sentence, the subject is she, which is a pronoun used for Amy, which is subject of the first sentence. And you see the noun phrase her job, where her is a pronoun used for Amy. Amy's. Now look at the second sentence. The Greeks invented democracy. They. Here they refers to the Greeks. The Greeks, the word, then the phrase is in plural form. They sought freedom and equality. These pronouns take on other forms depending on the type of function they are performing in a sentence. I have told you earlier they are in three persons: first person, second person, and third person. Usually they are in three cases. Subject, if they are used at the place of subject, they are in subjective case. If they are used as an object, they are in objective case. And if they show possession, the possessive form of the pronoun is used. When used to signify possession of another noun, pronouns take on their possessive form, including mine, ours, hers, and theirs. Look at the example. Marley loves pepperoni pizza. The last slice of pizza is hers. When used as the object of a preposition, pronouns take on their objective case, like him, her, me, us, them. See the example. Jennifer is paying for the tickets. Give the money to her. Her is used for Jennifer. Things don't look good for John and Ray. The police are on to them. Now, let's switch up to the second thing, that what are other words apart from pronouns that are used instead of noun. They are gerunds. What are the gerunds? Gerunds are verbs that function as nouns. At first glance, they appear to be verbs. In truth, they are acting as a noun. Here are some examples. Do you mind my borrowing these shoes? The noun phrase my borrowing contains the word borrowing, which looks like a verb but is in fact part of the noun phrase my borrowing, which where the borrowing acts like the head word and becomes and acts like a noun. The second sentence, seeing is believing. The subject is seeing, is the verb, and believing is again believing is complement of the verb, complement of the subject. The subject word, as you know, is always noun or noun phrase. Here in this sentence, seeing is acting like a acting as subject, acting as subject is like acting as subject as noun. So we call such type of words which look like verbs but act as a noun. They are gerunds. In the first sentence, mind is the verb and borrowing is a noun, the direct object of the sentence. Anytime you spot a word ending in ing, pause and take a good look at its place in the sentence. So students, I think you have understood well about the words that are used instead of noun. They are pronouns or they are gerunds. I have told you about the material noun also. For today, I think it is sufficient for you, and our short videos on the topic noun is complete, I think. If anything is remaining, if you want to extend this, you can ask me anytime. Thank you. Thank you once again.